Oh, they know.
If you're both sick.
Between houses, like, can you imagine being 6 feet? No. I mean, that's closer. But kind of then, you got it. Yeah, you got knowing this guy's.
Good evening, and welcome to the Kingsport Board of Mayor and Alderman Business Meeting for September 16th. We will call this meeting to order, and we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance by New Vision Youth, followed by invocation by Corporal Brandon Arnold. So let's all stand, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you'll please all join me in prayer. Father God, we come before you. We ask you to join us here, join us in this room, join us in this meeting, Lord. We thank you for this opportunity. We celebrate the freedom that we have to meet in governance in this fine nation, in this city. Lord, we need your guidance, and we ask that you give guidance to our leaders. And through that, we ask for wisdom, strength. We know that you'll be with us, be with this meeting. In Christ Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. Thank you, Corporal Arnold, and thank you, New Vision Youth, Miss Johnny Mae Swaggerty. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Johnny.
At this time, I ask Mr. Recorder, please call the roll.
Mayor Montgomery,
Here.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Here.
Alderman Baker, Alderman George,
Here.
Alderman Cooper,
Here.
Alderman Mays, Alderman Phillips.
Here.
Thank you. 5 of 7 members are present, so we definitely have a quorum. Mr. City Manager.
All right, we have several recognitions and presentations on the agenda tonight. We're going to begin by recognizing Ms. Kingsport and Ms. Sullivan County. They please make their way to the podium. Vice Mayor Duncan is here to make a presentation.
Well, thank you very much, City Manager. Hey, ladies, we do want to recognize you guys for everything that y'all do. And both these young ladies are an ambassador to our city and county as well. So Abigail is a rising junior at ETSU, and you're studying to become a recovery dietitian, I believe. And Eliza, you are in communications and social media marketing as well. So we know that y'all are doing very well in your studies and everything like that to advance your future. But just I think sometimes beauty pageants and that has a certain stigma about it. And so the stigma is not necessarily always positive, but you certainly give a positive output. And so you have leadership skills. You certainly do your personal and social skills improve, and you have leadership development. I've seen you, and you mentor as well, but I've seen you with so many young children as it was tonight, so they want to get your autographs. I know you have those things, and that's important not only to represent that through the scholarships that you do apply to this, but it's important what y'all do for our city and the county and how you represent us. So we appreciate everything you do, being ambassadors for us. And I'm going to turn this over and just let y'all say a few words if you'd like to.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Eliza Faith Sanders. I am Miss Sullivan County 2026. If I look somewhat familiar, it's because I also previously served as Miss Sullivan County 2022, and I am beyond honored to be back and representing the place that I call home. I grew up in Kingsport. I attended Sullivan South High School. I was also a part of Mayor's Youth Council as well as the Shout Leadership Program. And it is those programs in the communities like this that poured into me and allowed me to develop leadership skills, allowed me to get involved in my community, which is exactly why I'm standing here today. As title holders, we all have a community service initiative. My community service initiative is called Families Are Forever, which is advocating for adoption and foster care. I work very heavily with the Isaiah 117 House as their youth ambassador, going into the school systems, letting our students know what the Isaiah 117 House is, and conducting drives so that the children that are entering into the foster care system have some of those basic necessities that we can take for granted. I also share my own personal adoption story within Kingsport City Schools as well as the Sullivan County school system. And I'm just so honored to be here today. I want to offer myself and Abby up for service during this year. If there are any events or anything that you all have going on, I would love to be able to be a part of them, and we would love to be able to continue serving and be in attendance. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Abigail, and I am Miss Kingsport 2026. Like Eliza said, being a local title holder gives us a number of leadership opportunities, and not to shout her out directly, but she started in this organization before I did, and she was a huge inspiration to me, I know, when I was a little bit younger, so this is a totally full circle to be able to be working alongside her this year. She mentioned her community service initiative was Families Are Forever, and mine is entitled FADE, the Fight Against Disordered Eating, where I work with usually kids around the ages of 11 to 18 and talk about the risks of eating disorders and working on finding recovery and a little bit easier access to that. I'm a National Eating Disorder Association ambassador as well as a member of the Youth Eating Disorder Coalition Board. These are things that I'm working on expanding, and I'm working on projects to do in the area. I've currently raised over $50,000 for eating disorder recovery in the area, and I continue to hopefully and continue to bring more of that in, and I'm planning some events for the community. And just like Eliza said, if you have any community events that you'd like us to attend, we are happy to be there. We love to be involved, especially here where we both got to grow up. I graduated from Dobbins-Bennett, so this title is really cool in that area. So we're super excited to represent you all this year, and we can't wait for the year ahead. Thank you.
Ladies, thanks for being here with us tonight. So.
Next, I'm going to ask a man who needs no introduction, Mr. Ken Manus, if he would please join our mayor at the podium for a very special recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we want to take time to thank Ken Manus. Ken has served over 5 decades in this community in several different capacities, and the most recent 3 decades he spent working with the Tri-Cities Airport Commission. And his tenure there, he successfully pushed for the airport to become an authority. So thanks, Ken, for your contributions. Thank you for what you've done there. Ken, we cannot financially pay you for what you're worth and all things. But we want to thank you tremendously for what you have done. And by doing that, we are eternally grateful for your service, and we want to do this commendation publicly for you. And I'm going to read it right now. City of Kingsport Commendation. Whereas Ken Manus has been a key element to the success of Kingsport community since 1971. And whereas Manus was one of the primary leaders involved with bringing Meadowview to our area. And whereas he was a founder of Kingsport Tomorrow and served on the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for several years, which included a term as vice mayor. Whereas he has a love for all things technology and is credited in bringing the first computers to our area. And whereas in his career at Citadel Broadcasting, he was instrumental in implementing some of the first music research and database programs. Whereas Ken has served on numerous boards, commissions, and foundations and continues to be an active member of our community. Now, therefore, I, Paul Montgomery, Mayor of the City of Kingsport, and on behalf of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Kingsport, do hereby commend Ken Manus for his dedication to serving Kingsport and bring all of us forward with his innovation and determination. So if you would all join me by rising to give him a round of applause. I appreciate you.
This is indeed the finest honor I've ever received. This is my town, and I'm proud to call it home and have for all these years. And this community has paid me back many times over for the service I've given, what little bit there was. It has been a great experience for me. It's been a great experience for my family. And I'm forever indebted to this community for all it has done. And I'm indebted to you, Mayor, and to you, Board, for all you do. Thank you for this honor.
Thank you. To continue by how important he is, we have the airport elite here with us today. And I want to thank you for being here in support of Ken, the city manager.
All right, we'll now move into the Kingsport Beautiful Beautification Awards. Bonnie will deliver those tonight.
All right. First, I'd like to thank Bowen Landscaping for sponsoring the Beautification Awards. And this will be our last presentation for summer of 2025. So,
See if it's on.
I always forget that. All right. The first one goes to Paul and Jane Lawrence. And this landscape includes a sugar maple tree inside a circular driveway with some lilies and black-eyed Susans on each corner of the driveway. There's a weeping Norwegian spruce tree and other evergreens anchor a corner of the house with some red knockout roses on the other corner. This next award goes to Jerry and Charlene Trowell. The homeowner cares for the property himself and enjoys working in the flowers, which includes marigolds, black-eyed Susans, knockout roses, torch lilies, coneflowers, and hostas. Mexican sunflowers, ferns, and a banana tree grow at the side of the house, and an American flag is proudly displayed on the property. This next home belongs to Jerry and Betty Eads. The home's yard is highlighted with beautiful color provided by a bunch of petunias. This next award goes to Don and Sandra Mitchell. And this home's landscaping is nicely manicured and features colorful flowers to welcome visitors up to the front of the porch. And this next award goes to Jason Boyd. The neatly manicured landscaping features nicely trimmed boxwoods along with crepe myrtle, holly bushes, and some monkey grass. And the business winner for this month is Boops and Beans Cat Cafe. The front of the business features a beautiful rock garden with a waterfall, cat drawings, and a peaceful sitting area. And our church winner for September is St. Michael's Episcopal Church. The church campus is beaming with greenery, trees, shrubs, grass, and assorted colorful flowers. The grass and shrubs are mowed and trimmed. The church features bold red doors that welcome visitors to worship. The somewhat hidden community labyrinth pathway is a campus treasure, and the National Wildlife Federation recognizes this property for its commitment to sustainability, providing essential elements of a habitat, and has designated it as a certified wildlife habitat. All right, this time I'd like to ask all the winners to stand and be recognized.
All right, next, I'd like to ask our mayor to please join Chief DeBerry along with members of his team up here at the podium. It's all you guys in the back.
They're busy talking.
It's always an honor to recognize and support our fire department and all the things that they do. And tonight it's my honor to present, or at least make of note, what the accomplishments have been recently. The Higgins-Langley Award honors outstanding achievement in the field of swift water rescue and flood rescue. This is not about heroism, but it's about preparedness, teamwork, and a job well done, often under extreme conditions. Recently, Captain Jerry Reed attended the awards banquet in Oklahoma to accept this prestigious international award. This award is the highest award given by Higgins and Langley Foundation. Members of the Kingsport Fire Department Swift Water Rescue Team made multiple rescues and evacuated a number of people under dangerous conditions with rising waters and debris. Members of the Fire Department Swift Water Team received the Outstanding Achievement Award along with the Incident Award as part of the Regional Task Force with Tennessee District 1 Task Force for outstanding work during Hurricane Helene. Those members include Captain Jerry Reed, Captain Paul Wagner, Engineer Caleb Bowers, and Firefighter Jubal Rowe. Tonight we have with us Captain Reed and Captain Wagner. A little bit about this award. This award was established in 1993 by the Swift Water Rescue Committee of the National Association for Research and Rescue in honor of Earl Higgins. Earl was a writer and a filmmaker who lost his life in 1980 while rescuing a child who was swept down the flood-swollen Los Angeles River. And Jeffrey Langley, a Los Angeles fire medic and swiftwater rescue pioneer, lost his life in a helicopter incident in 1993. We're proud of you men for what you are doing day by day, but more importantly, thank you for your service. And if anyone wants to say something, this is your time to do it. Jerry?
We'd just like to thank all of you for, obviously recognizing the achievements that this team was able to accomplish, and we appreciate, the city and our fire department and administration's support in the endeavors that we take on each and every day. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. It is at this point in our meeting where we have opportunity for public comment, where you can come to the podium for 5 minutes, and we ask that you state your name, address, and sign the register that's there. You're encouraged to keep your comments non-personal in nature, and they should be limited to 5 minutes. And a total of 30 minutes is given for this section. And I also remind you that we will not be engaged in give and take, back and forth discussion. So when you come, this is your time to speak. We, as board members, are available to speak to you anytime before this meeting, anytime after this meeting. And so, does anyone want to come and speak at this time?
My name is Tim Sanders, and I live at 1213 Bloomingdale Pike. I want to continue our discussion of AEP and monopolies. As a recap, we've talked about the Virginia delegates enacting a law that regulates how much AEP can raise the rates. With that being in effect, AEP is a publicly traded utility. They cannot lose money. To make up the difference, they have to raise rates somewhere else. And it is bad karma to raise rates in utilities when you've had a major property reassessment and a property tax increase. In 1933, Franklin Delano Roosevelt enacted the first public utility by signing into law the TVA Act. Over the years, that act has been discussed and tried to be amended by Congress. The reason he gave for doing this is he said that private industry was ignoring the Appalachians. We'll go with that reason, but that's what he gave. Within that, Congress has said that there's not a good oversight of this big public utility. So they wanted to break it up. Of course, we all know that's easier said than done. And what they have been able to accomplish is they've put what's called a fence around their distribution area. They are not allowed to sell outside their coverage area, sell wholesale electricity outside. What this is giving private industries an idea. And before AEP became a public utility, it was the Kingsport utility. Not saying that that's when that happened, but in understanding they become what's called an exclusive monopoly. And what does exclusive monopolies mean? They got an even tighter grip upon their area than the large public monopoly. By having this grip, they have a lot more control, because even though they will say that we have a utility commission that we have to go in front of, when you start drilling deeper and finding out and asking questions about this utility commission, yeah, there is a small amount of public money goes to it, but the largest pay comes from the utilities. So if you're contributing pay to someone who's going to oversee you and you want to raise rates, more than likely, you're not going to get a no. This kind of backdoor control could be exposed better with transparency. Right now, we have the greatest transparency in the federal government that I've ever seen. Barring anything coming out of Area 51, you pretty much get to know everything that's going on. And we need to see more transparency here in Kingsport, and also questions being asked of why AEP continues to raise rates. We're getting ready to get into the winter seasons, and what's going to happen is here very shortly there's going to be tax appraisal, tax documents going out. So the citizens are going to have to figure out, do I pay my increased electric rate, my increased water rate, my increased sewer rate, my increased property taxes, and continue with this increase in electric. All utilities went up this year. Property assessments went up. Property taxes went up. We need to throw a rein on it, put a lasso on it, get them discussing it, and try to get control. If you're allowing something to go up, we got to find a way to cut something. To be continued. Thanks.
Does anyone else want to come before us at this point in time to speak? Seeing none, thank you. This is the city manager.
All right, you have one appointment on the agenda tonight. This is consideration of appointment to the Beverage Board. It is recommended to appoint Shelton Clark to fulfill an unexpired term through October 2025. We'd ask that you approve the appointment, please.
Okay, we all have reviewed Shelton's qualifications. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved. Second. I'm quicker on my second than you, James.
Okay, motion for approval by Alderman Phillips, second by Alderman George. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of this appointment to the Beverage Board, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Shelton's approved, 5-0. The city manager.
Next item is approval of minutes, first from the work session on August 18th, 2025, and the business meeting on August 19th, 2025. I ask that you approve these minutes as submitted, please.
You've had privilege to see the minutes of August 18th and August 19th. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Okay, any questions? All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Minutes are approved, 5-0. City Manager.
All right, moving into the agenda, the first item is to conduct a public hearing in consideration of a resolution to annex and adopt a plan of services for the Bancroft Chapel annexation, and to also approve consideration of an ordinance to amend zoning. Ken Weems will conduct the public hearing for both the annexation and the zoning ordinance. Ken?
Thank you so much. So on the vicinity map here, you can see the annexation site. It's right along Bancroft Chapel Road. And it's approximately 1,500 feet north of East Stone Drive along Bancroft Chapel Road. And also included in the annexation area is about 300 feet of Bancroft Chapel Road that connects the annexation site to the existing city limits in yellow. So this is an owner-requested annexation of right at 10 acres, and what the developer wants to do is build 45 single-family homes on the property. The current county zone is single-family R1, and we're proposing the city single-family R1C zone, which will seamlessly go into this sea of county R1 zoning. You can see where the annexation site is here and how well that will blend in with existing county zoning. The sole cost of the annexation is a $375,000 sewer extension cost of about 1,300 feet. And to keep that sewer fund whole, we've come up with a developer's agreement for the developer slash annexation applicant, where the developer has to build 40 homes within 5 years, and he also has to put up a surety for the entire $375,000 sewer extension. We did not have any public comment on this item during the Planning Commission, and during their July meeting, the Planning Commission voted to send a positive recommendation to the board for the annexation, zoning, and plan of services for this annexation. The public hearing notice was published on August 25th. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that the board might have. I do have one final slide on here, since this is a little bit different than our normal items. It's got 2 public hearings. The first for the 3 resolutions, and then the final one for the zoning ordinance. So we want to just put that up there to remind everyone.
Okay, thank you.
This is a little bit out of the norm, so.
At this time, I'm going to open the public hearing. Does anyone want to come and speak on this annexation this time? Seeing no one move toward that, I'm going to close. Seeing no one moving to the podium, I'm going to close the public hearing. Mr. Attorney, please publish the annexation resolution.
A resolution to annex certain territory upon written consent of the owners adjoining the present corporate boundaries of the city of Kingsport, embracing that certain part of the 10th Civil District of Sullivan County, Tennessee, and known as the Bancroft Chapel annexation, is hereinafter described to incorporate the same within the corporate boundaries of the city of Kingsport, Tennessee, and to fix the effective date of this resolution.
You've heard the reading of the resolution to annex. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman George. Any discussion at this time? Okay, all in favor of the annexation resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The annexation resolution passes 5-0. Mr. Attorney, please publish the plan of service resolution.
A resolution adopting a plan of services for the Bancroft Chapel annexation of the city of Kingsport, Tennessee.
Okay, you've heard the reading of the resolution of plan of services. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? All in favor of the plan of services resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. Mr. Attorney, please publish the developers agreement.
A resolution approving a developer agreement with Michael Bayer for the installation of sewer infrastructure for the Bancroft Chapel Road development and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement and all of the documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
You've heard the reading of the developers agreement. May I have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the developers agreement, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Developers agreement passes 5-0. At this point, we'll conduct a public hearing for the zoning ordinance. You have another slide you want to show us? No? Okay, okay.
I'm not sure if I can actually turn it to.
Okay. Mr. Attorney, please publish. Well, excuse me, I need to open it up for discussion. Anyone here to come and speak on the zoning ordinance? Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing on the zoning ordinance. Now, may I have a motion for approval of the zoning?
Publish it.
You'll publish, okay.
An ordinance to further amend the zoning code text and map to rezone property located along Bancroft Chapel Road from County R1 Low Density Single Family Residential District to R1C Residential District in the 10th Civil District of Sullivan County to fix a penalty for the violation of this ordinance and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Okay, you've heard a reading of the zoning ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman George. Any discussion concerning the zoning ordinance? Okay, all in favor of the zoning ordinance, say aye. Aye. No. Opposed? Zoning ordinance passes 5-0. City Manager.
All right, next item is consideration of an ordinance to amend the fiscal 26 school general purpose fund budget. You see, if approved, $369,884 be appropriated from funds received from Ballot Health, Niswonger Foundation, and Medicaid reimbursement. You'll see a description there of those dollars. This comes to us from the Board of Education. We'd ask that you approve this on first reading, please.
Okay, Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the general purpose school fund budget for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
You've heard the reading of the ordinance to amend the school budget. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the ordinance, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Ordinance passes 5-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a budget adjustment ordinance for various funds in fiscal 26. You see the dollars that are stated there. As always, I'll refer you to the summary of the 7-8 items that are associated with this. Everything from closing projects, moving dollars around, accepting reimbursements from damages, moving dollars around and consolidating projects within the Renaissance Center, establishing funds for contracted stump grinding, which is a service that we will be providing through a third party, grants from Tennessee Arts and Education, accepting funds from the state of Tennessee, which you have another item on that later, as well as other grants and items associated with Base Mountain Park. A lot within this. Again, always reference you to these summaries. Appreciate John putting those together, and I ask that you approve this budget ordinance on first reading, please.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the various fund budgets for the year ending June 30, 2026, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the budget ordinance. I have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? All in favor of the budget ordinance, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Budget ordinance passes 5-0. Yes, City Manager.
All right, now moving into business matters requiring final adoption. First item is consideration of an ordinance to amend zoning of tax map 105, parcel 2.04, and a portion of parcel 02.2 located along Blakely Drive from the R1B Residential District to A1 Agricultural District. This comes to you on second and final reading. We'd ask that you approve the ordinance, please.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
In ordinance to further amend the zoning code text and map to rezone property located along Blakely Drive from the R1B Residential District to A1 Agricultural District in the 13th Civil District of Sullivan County to fix a penalty for the violation of this ordinance and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? Okay. Mr. Recorder, please call roll vote, please.
Alderman Cooper,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Aye.
Alderman George,
Aye.
Alderman Phillips,
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. Ordinance passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of an ordinance to amend zoning, Chapter 114, by adding religious assembly as a principal use in the M1, M1R, and MX zoning districts. This comes to you on second and final reading. We ask that you approve the ordinance, please.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance amending section 114-197B3, section 114-197C, and section 114-353-4 of chapter 114 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Kingsport, Tennessee pertaining to religious assembly and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. You've heard reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? Mr. Recorder, please take the roll call vote.
Alderman Cooper,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Aye.
Alderman George,
Aye.
Alderman Phillips,
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. The ordinance passes 5-0. The City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a budget adjustment ordinance for various funds in fiscal '25. This comes to you on second and final reading. We'd ask that you approve the budget ordinance, please.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend various fund budgets for the year ending June 30, 2025, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
You've heard a reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? Mr. Recorder, please call roll vote, please.
Alderman Cooper,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Aye.
Alderman George,
Aye.
Alderman Phillips,
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. The ordinance passes 5-0. The City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a budget adjustment ordinance for the General Projects Special Revenue Fund for fiscal '26. This comes to you on second and final reading. We'd ask that you approve the ordinance, please.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the General Projects Special Revenue Fund budget for the year ending June 30, 2026, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
You've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Or second?
Second.
Second by Alderman George. Any discussion? Mr. Recorder, please take the roll call vote.
Alderman Cooper,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Aye.
Alderman George,
Aye.
Alderman Phillips,
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. Ordinance passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next is consideration of an ordinance to amend a fiscal '26 School Special Projects Fund budget to receive donation. This comes to you on second and final reading. We'd ask that you approve the ordinance.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2026 School Special Projects Fund budget and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? Mr. Recorder, please take the court roll call vote.
Alderman Cooper.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan.
Aye.
Alderman George.
Aye.
Alderman Phillips.
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. Ordinance passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of an ordinance to amend the fiscal 26 school general purpose fund and general projects fund budgets to fund the Washington Elementary School HVAC replacement. This comes to you on second and final reading. We'd ask that you approve the ordinance, please.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
An ordinance to amend the general purpose school fund budget and the general projects fund budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026, and to fix the effective date of this ordinance.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the ordinance. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips, seconded by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? Mr. Recorder, please take the roll.
Alderman Cooper.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Duncan.
Aye.
Alderman George.
Aye.
Alderman Phillips.
Aye.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye. Ordinance passed 5-0. With two members out, putting you all through a workout.
Yeah.
They're good at spending money on that end.
Okay, the city manager.
All right, moving into other business. First item is consideration of resolution to enter into an agreement with the Tennessee Department of Transportation for a direct appropriation of funds for the pedestrian bridge project. Part of our legislative packet this year requested funding from the state to help with the construction of the pedestrian bridge, which is currently in a design phase. A few years ago, we received a rather large grant. Since that time, costs have gone up. We expressed that to our representatives and really appreciate State Representative Bud Halsey stepping up, took that item from our request and was able to secure an additional $500,000 to go towards the project. Tonight, your action simply enters into an agreement for the allocation of those dollars. And so we appreciate the work by State Representative Halsey, and we ask that you all approve the resolution.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution approving an agreement with the Tennessee Department of Transportation for a direct appropriation towards construction of a downtown pedestrian bridge and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement and all the documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion?
You said it's in the design phase. I mean, it'll be a little bit
Yeah, it's going to be a ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go through a lot of checks and balances with TDOT along the way, but I had conversations about it today with our Public Works Director, Michael Thompson, and we're at a point of, getting very close. I was able to see some elements of the design, some of the lighting features, stairways, sizing the elevators for, bicycles, doing a lot of things to get ready. It's just, it's a process we go through, and you've been a part of many projects with TDOT, and we wait, and often that's though part of the federal process that they're bound to have to go by for this. So it's getting closer.
Okay.
Appreciate Bud getting us the money. For sure.
Absolutely.
Big help.
Okay. All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. Mr. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a purchase with Kleinholder Electrical Supply for high-mast lighting fixtures at the interchange of I-26 and Weststone Drive. This will take those existing high-pressure sodium fixtures. We'll replace that with more energy-efficient and cost-effective LED fixtures. And then we're fortunate enough that we'll be able to get reimbursed through an energy efficiency and conservation block grant that's being made available to the city of Kingsport with no match. So this is a step that we go through to make the purchase, and appreciate the work that staff has done with our traffic division, with Jim Hensley and others to make this happen. So ask you approve the resolution, please.
Okay. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution awarding the bid for high-mast lighting fixtures to Kleinholder Electrical Supply and authorizing the city manager to execute purchase orders for the same.
Thank you. You've heard a reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan, seconded by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution amending the contract with Tennessee Department of Transportation for maintenance activities performed on designated state highways. This has come before you already. This is simply a matter to replace Exhibit B, which deals with the maximum allowable equipment rates for the 25 and 26 fiscal year. So we'd ask that you approve the resolution authorizing the replacement of Exhibit B.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution approving an amendment to the agreement with the Tennessee Department of Transportation for maintenance activities on designated state highways, authorizing the mayor to execute the amendment and all the documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the amendment.
You've heard a reading of the resolution. I have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to authorize the mayor to execute documents to apply for a clean water revolving loan from the state of Tennessee for the Pendragon Sewer Lift Station replacement. This lift station has been an item of discussion for the last couple of years in our budget process, as well as in conversations when we talk about utilities with Chad and Ryan and Nikki. We are moving forward with the replacement of that. We are going to apply for a $2.7 million state revolving loan. Should we receive that, we'll bring that back to you all for the necessary documents and terms and conditions for approval. So this simply tonight allows authorization for us to move forward with the application for this loan. Mayor would ask that you approve the resolution authorizing this.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a letter of consent and all documents necessary and proper to apply for a clean water revolving loan from the state of Tennessee for the Pendragon Sewer Lift Station replacement.
You've heard reading of the resolution. I have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. The City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to enter into an agreement with Coca-Cola Bottling Company for pouring rights at Brickyard Park and Domtar Park. It's not uncommon for us to bring these pouring rights to you for various facilities, primarily within leisure services or Kingsport City Schools. This is a 10-year agreement with Coca-Cola Bottling Company. You can see there in the executive summary the initial support funds, the annual support funds, as well as the rebates. It is estimated that over $146,000 will come back into a variety of things to support reinvestment in our athletic facilities over the 10-year term of this agreement. Great work done by city staff, and appreciate the opportunity to work with Coca-Cola and to be able to return these funds back into our facilities. With that, Mayor, we'd ask that you approve the resolution allowing us to enter into this agreement.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution approving an agreement with Coca-Cola Bottling Company for pouring rights at Brickyard Park and Domtar Park, and authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for the same and all other documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
Thank you. You've heard a reading of the resolution. I have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second? Second by Alderman George. Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is the consideration of resolution authorizing the reimbursement of materials agreement funds to Integrity Building Group LLC related to the Fieldcrest Phase 1 development. See the reimbursement funds of over $198,000. This went into the first phase of Fieldcrest, which was in the neighborhood of 70 lots. It is now at the point of providing the reimbursement. We'd ask that you approve this agreement authorizing the reimbursement for this materials agreement.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing reimbursement of materials agreement funds to Integrity Building Group LLC related to the Fieldcrest Phase 1 development.
Thank you. You've heard a reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All in favor of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0. I didn't hear the ayes on that. Resolution passed 5-0. Mr. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to authorize the mayor to sign all applicable documents necessary to enter into the materials agreement with Integrity Building Group LLC related to Fieldcrest Phase 2 development. So you just did Phase 1. This is the beginning process of Phase 2. It's estimated the amount of well over $127,000. This will be for 41 lots. Obviously, upon completion, this would come back to you all. And so we'd ask that you approve the resolution authorizing this initial agreement.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a materials agreement with Integrity Building Group LLC related to the Fieldcrest Phase 2 development and authorizing the mayor to sign all documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
Thank you. You've heard a reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed? No. Resolution passes 5-0. Mr. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a resolution to award the bid to SB White Company Incorporated for the Washington Elementary HVAC replacement project and authorizing the mayor to sign all applicable documents. As you see, the total cost for this is a little over $2.2 million. This is somewhat welcome news. As you recall, during our budget process, we estimated this to be north of this, and so as we issue bonds later this year, we'll be able to adjust that downward and tune to almost $750,000. So appreciate the work done by Holston Engineering, Kingsport City Schools, and ask that you all move forward with approval of the resolution, allowing us to enter into this agreement for this replacement.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution awarding the bid for the Washington Elementary School HVAC replacement to SB White Company Incorporated and authorizing the mayor to sign an agreement for the same and all other documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of the agreement.
Thank you. You've heard reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan, seconded by Alderman George. Discussion. Since we're saving $750,000, I guess that doesn't affect the budget. That's this bond issue.
Yeah, you know, when we get to the bond issuance, typically what we do, we evaluate that going in. We look at what potential interest rates would be, and if necessary, it would help on the debt service, which could continue in future years as well.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay, all in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0.
Next item is consideration of resolution authorizing the renewal of Aspen software from Follett Software for Kingsport City Schools utilizing state contract NC 61797 and authorizing the mayor to sign all documents. The software is for a student information system and is total cost of a little over $62,000. This comes to us from the Board of Education. We'd ask that you approve the resolution.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the renewal of the Aspen Student Information System from Follett Software LLC utilizing the State of Tennessee contract number NC 61797 and authorizing the mayor to sign the task order and all documents necessary and proper to effectuate the purpose of this resolution and authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order for the same.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a resolution to utilize City of Oak Ridge contract fiscal year 25003 for emergency fire vehicle inspection, repair, and maintenance. This is an entity that we have been working with Siddons Martin Emergency Group for many of the apparatus that we have within the Kingsport Fire Department. We've reached a certain threshold, which now requires board action to allow us to continue to utilize this group, and utilizing the cooperative bid, if you will, that has been initiated by the City of Oak Ridge gives us that opportunity. And so we'd ask that you allow us to continue working with this group through the end of the fiscal year, June 30th, 2026. Estimated amount is somewhere in the neighborhood of $300,000.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the purchase of emergency fire vehicle inspection, maintenance, and repair to Siddons Martin Emergency Group LLC utilizing the City of Oak Ridge contract fiscal year 2025-003 and authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order for the same.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. I guess this is fitting since Friday night we built Oak Ridge, I guess.
Yeah.
Any other comments or discussion?
We picked this up on the way back.
Okay. All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to utilize Omnia Partners contract number 16154 for maintenance, repair, and operation supplies. This is in relation to various things that we utilize within utilities as well as facilities maintenance. We'd ask that you approve the resolution authorizing us to do work through this cooperative program for these reasons.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute purchase orders with HD Supply Facilities Maintenance Limited, doing business as USA Blue Book, for various maintenance, repair, and operation supplies and equipment utilizing Omnia Partners contract number 16154.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of resolution to accept federal fiscal year 2023 Department of Homeland Security state and local cybersecurity grant program funds. If approved, City of Kingsport would be eligible to accept 600 free CrowdStrike security software licenses and $69,000 in federal grant funds. Obviously, cybersecurity has been a priority of the City of Kingsport for several years. Appreciate the work that Cody Musser has done. He's here with us tonight within our IT department to seek out these grants and other funds to help with the operations and protection of city equipment and software. We'd ask that you approve the resolution allowing us to apply for this grant.
Okay. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to execute all documents necessary and proper to apply for and receive a Department of Homeland Security state and local cybersecurity grant.
Okay. You've heard reading the resolution. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman Phillips. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Duncan. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Resolution passes 5-0. Ms. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of a purchase with workspace interiors for furnishings as part of the Justice Center addition and renovation. We often talk to you about a project. We talk about total project costs. That is taking it all the way from engineering, construction, outfitting, and maintenance of that property. Just like with this building and other city facilities, we do an evaluation of the existing furniture that is there. We keep what we can, and then we go in and buy additional furniture as needed. This is part of the FF&E budget for the project. It has been part of the overall planning from day one. If approved, total amount is a little over $300,000 for new steel case furniture utilizing the Sourcewell Cooperative Agreement. We'd ask that you all approve the resolution authorizing us to move forward with this purchase.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Workspace Interiors utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement number 091423 for furnishings as part of the Justice Center renovation project.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the purchase agreement. I have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion for approval by Alderman George. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Phillips. Any discussion?
Now that we're buying furniture, how are we on our time frame for everything? Ordering it now?
We're
Do
good.
we have to store it if it comes in early, or do they hold it, or how does that work?
They will hold it for us at our next work session. Ryan's going to give you an update on the project and how things are moving forward with that. Right now, we're on schedule. The order in line with where we need to be in terms of the move-in and replacement. So, yeah, feel good about where we are with this.
Okay.
Ryan did wear a tie tonight, if you'd like for him to say anything.
You might as well walk up here, but then I'm good.
Looks quite dapper. Borders, but.
Ken's got one on too, they all messed up.
You could start from the beginning of the project.
No, and I appreciate, as Chris mentioned, the FF&E, we do track. So there's total project cost, there's what you see getting built, and then how to furnish it. This purchase is for the portion of the first floor that is going to be completing, and then we'll go back and do another purchase once we go back into the existing police department section as well. Another thing we will do is we'll purchase for the county. We had received about $1 million worth of FFE money from the county, $2 million from the city. So you'll see this purchase with furnishings, and then the next action as well is all of the necessary high-density file systems, a lot of the storage. There's a whole listing of different things. It's a significant purchase, but it is what allows the police department then to do their business in the evidence room, in the lockers, and all the other areas as well. So what you see going on now builds the building, and then we furnish it through these actions. So we appreciate it. We are tracking those costs to make sure that we're staying within what was allocated as well.
I'll add, as we were reviewing this, I asked Ryan, I said, what's the status of the existing furniture that's over there? And he said, I'm fairly certain that most of it is original from when we went in the 80s. And I said, well, what is the condition of it? And he said, well, much of it is already rusted.
Yes.
So we've got our use out of it. It's time to replace it.
Not only are we repurposing and giving them elbow room in some of their spaces, but you could not even move some of the furnishings, the cubicle spaces that they have. It's going to be hard to get them out of there.
Better take them out before you finish the project and the wall's still open.
Yes.
That hole.
That hole, take them out that hole.
Any other comment or discussion?
Thank you, Rod.
Okay, all in favor of the purchase, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Purchase approved, 5-0. City Manager.
Next item is consideration of purchase with Patterson Pope, Inc. for storage systems as part of the Justice Center addition and renovation project, as Ryan described. This was part of the FF&E. This is a contracted amount of $916,000. Not only does it improve safety and security throughout the building, but provides storage systems, freestyle personal duty lockers, pass-through evidence lockers, shelving for various areas within the police department on the first floor of the Justice Center. It's utilizing a Sourcewell contract. We'd ask that you move forward with authorization of this purchase, please.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Attorney, please publish.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a purchase order to Patterson Pope Incorporated utilizing Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Agreement number 110923-SPC for storage systems as part of the Justice Center renovation project.
You've heard the reading of the purchase agreement. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Motion for approval by Vice Mayor Duncan, seconded by Alderman George. Any discussion?
Probably a lot nicer than what we had in the 80s.
Hope it lasts as long.
Any other comment? Okay. All in favor of the purchase, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
And pose no. Purchase approved, 5-0. Mr. City Manager.
All right, now moving into the consent agenda. We have 7 items on there. I'll read through those. If you'd like anyone pulled for additional discussion, please let me know. First item is consideration of resolution authorizing official signatures for the City of Kingsport Police Department Special Investigation Account. Second item is consideration of resolution to authorize the mayor to execute and sign all necessary documents to enter into an agreement with the Second Judicial District Drug Task Force. Third item is consideration of resolution amending the contract with Tennessee Department of Transportation for the Main Street redevelopment project. Fourth item is consideration of resolution to enter into an agreement with Ballad Health for a reset room at Andrew Jackson Elementary School. Fifth item is consideration of resolution to extend current temporary employment services agreements with AccuForce. Sixth item is consideration of resolution to extend current temporary employment services agreement with Luttrell. Seventh item is consideration of resolution approving the Niswonger Foundation Project On Track MOU and authorizing the mayor to sign all documents. Again, if you'd like any one of those pulled for additional discussion, please let me know. If not, we'd ask that you approve the consent agenda as presented.
You've heard the reading of the consent agenda items. I have a motion for approval.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to accept all items on the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, moved by Vice Mayor Duncan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Cooper. Any discussion? Mr. Recorder, please call the roll vote.
Alderman Cooper,
Aye to all 7.
Vice Mayor Duncan,
Aye to all.
Alderman George,
Aye to all.
Alderman Phillips,
Aye to all.
Mayor Montgomery.
Aye to all. The consent agenda is approved, 5-0. City Manager.
All right, moving into communications. We've got a couple items that are part of your packet and thus need to be spread over the minutes. The first one has to do with our upcoming audit. I'm going to ask Travis if you could just kind of briefly describe what you have in front of you.
So as you all know, we've engaged Brown Edwards to conduct our annual audit. What you have in front of you is their standard communication with those charged with governments. That's required as part of every audit. It's just basically a standard communication that outlines the auditor's responsibilities, the scope of the audit, who the audit partner is, the anticipated completion date or issuance of the audit report. Most important thing in there is the questions that they ask. You'll see those on about page 3. It's going to talk about, are you aware of any fraud, suspected fraud, allegations of fraud, any items of concern? If you are, please reach out to them, communicate with them. Their contact information is there. Outside of this, this is just a normal standard procedure that every auditor has to go through.
All right, thank you, Travis. Next thing that's part of the communications is something a little different from what we've traditionally done, and that involves a certificate of compliance for the Zoomers, number 980, located on 1331 John B. Dennis. This is their certificate of compliance. This is a step that historically, as a result of the mayor's signature and us validating there's no felony with the individual, there is all zoning laws required. We'd ask that you all vote for that. In conversations with both Travis and Bart, we kind of reached a decision that this simply needs to be spread over the minutes. It is not the city of Kingsport that is providing that approval. It is the state of Tennessee. We will continue to do this part to help streamline all efforts and allow that approval to take place as soon as it possibly can. In fact, this will streamline it even more, as once it is signed by the mayor, it'll go straight on, and we'll just simply make you all aware of it at the end of each meeting or as it is applicable based upon an application being submitted. So we'll change, and hopefully that will make it easier for the business and as well. One thing that I want to point out, we often do not talk a lot about the efficiencies that the city of Kingsport and especially the employees do what seems like a daily basis to make the overall operations of this city run. And about Oh, probably a decade ago, utilizing occupancy tax, we went into a program to put wayfinding signs up throughout the city of Kingsport. This was done in conjunction with Visit Kingsport. A lot of effort went into that to help direct our visitors to the various different facilities that we would be hosting events at, or even just basic things such as where City Hall is, or the hospital, various things like that. So as time went on, those signs began to kind of wear, and the face of those would crack, and our traffic division started looking at those, and the decision was made, and a recommendation came to me from Jimmy Hensley, our traffic supervisor, as well as Michael Thompson, a public works director, that, you know, hey, I think we can buy our own machine and reface these signs and save the city a tremendous amount of money over the years ahead. So we evaluated this. We did several tests. And over the last couple of months, traffic department has been going out and not only replacing the face of the sign, but they've also gone in, they've updated all the amenities that we want to showcase. And then they took the post and the frame back to the shop, cleaned it up, repainted it, and so everything looks brand new. This would have cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars to go in and utilize a third party to come in and do this. Now we have the machine in place, we can do this. Saved us a tremendous amount of money. We have the ability now, if there's a need to change because we add an amenity, or if there is a need for us to add additional signage, we can do that all in-house. And so that's just one of the many things that our staff look for. It shows you the amount of pride they have in the job they do. It shows you the desire they have to be good stewards of the taxpayers' dollars. And so now that those signs are up, if you haven't paid attention, I encourage you to do so. And again, just really appreciate Jimmy Hensley and his team, and the amount of pride they put into this. They just look really good, and I'm just very proud of them. Mayor?
Thank you. Alderman Cooper.
I don't have much. I guess in honor of Teo, I need to mention Dobbin's been at the ball game this Friday night. They played Morristown East. And if you want to get a good feeling about America's youth, just go to Dobbin's been at ball game on a Friday night. There's hundreds and hundreds of young people performing, cheering, and participating in the activities. So it's something that we can be proud of. The stadium, the school, that it looks fantastic. So, and also I have to mention Christmas in Kingsport. I guess there's 18 trees left to decorate. So you can buy them on the DKA website. And when those are gone, that's all we'll have for this year. So if your business, or if you want, a private citizen wants to purchase a tree, you can do it until those 18 are gone. So that's it.
Okay, now this Friday night's homecoming, I guess, at BB?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, Alderman George.
I thought you were going to tell us how many weeks or days we had till
I need-
Christmas. But
100 days.
be here before we know it. I really don't have much either. I just want, I did get to, with the Bays Mountain Commission, and a lot of the staff go make a trip on behalf of Bays Mountain to look at red wolves and red pandas. So, you know, we have done a lot of work at Bays Mountain. The playground is coming along very well. Really excited about that. We are looking at the wolf program because red wolves are endangered. Gray wolves have had a very good release program, and so the population is really going off the endangered list. And for the goals of Bays Mountain are working with the Red Wolves program to help repopulate and provide wolves to be re-released is a wonderful fit. And so we have some wonderful naturalists and rangers up there that I don't get to be yet, but I want to go to school and learn this, who are really walking down the path of how our park could transition from gray wolves to red wolves. Really excited, a lot of great information, and again, it fits really well with our goals at Bays Mountain, which would be providing additional education on wildlife. And so it was really good. And there's a lot of other stuff going on in Bays Mountain, which I could talk about forever, but I won't. But like Christmas, so there is a lot going on. And
Thank
that's
you.
all to say that.
Alderman Phillips.
Same with everybody. I mean, I can talk about an hour about my football team if we want. Things are going great. 3-0, big game this weekend against Florida. But Kingsport-related news, just want to mention that it's been pretty exciting in terms of opening new businesses in town since our last meeting. We've had Eggs Up Grill has opened, Southern Craft is open. I went there last night. It was wonderful. We had the ribbon cutting at Grace Meadows Farm, the creamery over here, which was great. And then Mama D's has been open for a little while, but they've been doing really well, I think. So just appreciate the investment in Kingsport, and some fruits of a lot of people's labor is starting to pop up. And then I saw the construction has officially begun on IMAX, so a lot of good things happening. That's all I got.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. Sharon Hayes was here earlier with Keep Kingsport Beautiful, and so next week is Conservation Camp. Conservation Camp is something that they've done for a number of years. 750 kids are signed up next week. It's 23rd and 25th. And so it is learning, it's kids from Kingsport, Bristol, and Sullivan County. And it's at Eastman Cabins at the shelters. And I think I've got 12 shelters, I think, reserved for this. But the kids rotate through these shelters, and then they learn about different things about the environment. They identify animals through the skins and skeletons. They have different species. I know they've got snakes up there. And then it's how to turn cardboard, its waste, back into new cardboard. Dom Tar is teaching a class on that. And it's fresh water. They've got a lot of different things that they teach up there during this conservation camp. So that's next week, and so Sharon does a really good job with that, and I'm sure that will go well. 750 kids, fourth graders for that. And then also, congratulations to Visit Kingsport. The Governor's Conference, I think, is the largest conference that Meadowview has had, with over 620 people attending. So I know they're very proud of that, and that's certainly a boost to for an economic impact for our city as well. So with that said and done, turn it back to you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you to each of you for carrying the load. We had a lot of items tonight, and you guys methodically got through that. So thank you very much. This meeting's adjourned.